Hello lovelies. We are in the full spring spirit. I could not be more excited that my favorite season is here. And I'm pulling out my notebook because I have notes for today's video. I've seen multiple creators create videos on kind of this idea of how to just embody whimsiness, and it really inspired me to make my own little guide. Hopefully you leave this feeling just very inspired and with ideas just to make your day-to-day life more whimsical. A whimsical person stops to smell the flowers as they're walking by, or they see a pretty tree and they go out their way to go see it. I love going on super long walks, kind of just seeing where they take me, finding new houses, stopping at the flowers, taking pictures, vlogging, doodling. I'll just frolic in my dress, honestly just see where my 2 feet can take me. Walking somewhere, knowing that your 2 feet got you there can be so freeing. I have some ideas on ways we can actually integrate this into our daily life. First thing being is to watch shows and movies that kind of capture this essence. I actually just rewatched 13 Going on 30. It's basically a girl stepping into her older self and kind of realizing the magic of childhood, how you don't want to rush it. And I was rewatching this movie and I didn't realize how perfectly fit this whole theme of keeping your childlike spark. Her outfits were so fun. She tied ribbons in her hair, she put cute clips. In one of the scenes it starts raining and people pull out their umbrellas, but she's just enjoying the rain, smiling, taking it in. So whether you've watched that movie or not, I would definitely recommend rewatching it this season. Another one being Alice in Wonderland. This is one of my all-time favorites. She has this very imaginative world that will definitely get you in this whimsical spring spirit, as well as Tinkerbell. I love all the Tinkerbell movies. They're truly some of my favorites, and I say that about so many. Growing up, my sister and I would have all these Disney CDs. We'd put one in the car, we'd keep it for a couple months, and every time we were in the car we'd watch it. They have such a special place in our heart. Point is, these bring me so much joy, probably because I watched them when I was younger, but I feel like they would definitely bring that whimsy and that joy to anyone. So really any Disney movies. The next tip I have is to make fairy food. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put some pictures up on the screen. I love taking time to just make my food pretty. I think there's something so special about not only cooking yourself nourishing and good foods, but making them pretty, making them colorful. Part of how I make my food pretty is putting it in pretty bowls or plates. I have this flower bowl and I always put my yogurt bowls in it. It just makes me feel like I'm eating out of a flower, like I'm in a garden. I've also seen adorable tulip mugs and flower plates. In terms of the actual food, I think just having some pretty edible flowers for your food is just so pretty. It's the perfect little touch to just add that bit of whimsy. Also, pastel sprinkles or any sprinkles. Just putting some sprinkles on your pancakes, on your coffee. I think they're so pretty. I also love heart sprinkles, and I've also seen butterfly ice molds. So let me know your ideas for fairy food. Now, the next thing we already talked about, but that is going on daily walks. I love following the sunshine. This is something I do. If there's sun on one side of the street or on the side of a building, I will purposely go over there because I want to walk in the sun. And then you can kind of let that lead you to wherever. I also think it's a cute idea to just follow whatever birds you hear chirping, or follow whatever pretty flowers you see, or maybe if there's a line of stores or cute houses. It's just so fun to go out and walk and not even have a plan sometimes. Maybe you do this and you bring a little picnic basket with your picnic blanket and you find the perfect spot. It could turn out to be your new favorite place. You can just bring your journals and just spend hours outside. My favorite days ever are the days where I'm honestly outside for just the entire day. I don't think to come inside and I'm just feeling like I'm living outside. Also, if you have a pet, if you have a dog, you can take them on walks. I feel like having this time just with your pet is so peaceful. My next thing is just being artsy and creative in everything you do. For example, if you see a little flower, pick it up and put it in your notebook, or just doodle and draw. Bring colored pencils with you. Do little watercolor. Scrapbooking is definitely one of my favorite forms of art, and also a great way to document your life. I think it'd be so whimsical just to take pictures of all the flowers you see, maybe draw the flowers you see, and fill up a pretty scrapbook of a walk you take. I also think playing an instrument can be very whimsical. Maybe there's songs that sound just like fairy music. I'm not even sure if this is whimsy, but it's something I really want to get into, and it's sugar cookie icing and decorating. For me, food is just something I love spending time on. I love making it look pretty, and it's something I can improve on. Just working on something a little bit every day, not chasing towards an end goal, but just seeing progression and improvement along the way is something I love doing, and I feel like the sugar cookie decorating is something I could get really good good at and give it to my family. And they would love it. They would probably really appreciate it, but it's also really fun for me. And then another one, I feel like if you make your own little clothes or even just sew on eyelet or lace, it would be so cute. Another way you can be more artsy is doing your nails, and you can also add little cute designs. I love adding little polka dots, little flowers. Those really make me happy. Also, just having coloring books or watercolor books. I've seen people with watercolor books and I really want one. And then lastly, to wrap this up, we're gonna talk a little bit about the fashion. I already talked a little bit about this, but I feel like wearing flowy dresses or skirts, as well as pastels and ruffles and lace. Also ribbons in your hair or curls, headbands. Headbands are one of my favorite things and I love ribbon. That is everything. I'm gonna cut it here because I do have to go eat dinner before chapter starts, but I had so much fun with this video and I feel like I could definitely talk about it more. I would love to make a whimsy day in my life, so let me know if anyone is interested in that. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope this video inspired you and you're ready to go live your whimsical dream life. Thank you all so much for watching and I'll see you all next week. Bye!